Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Sylvester the Cat here. Sorry about that, folks. I am Sonic the Hedgehog here. I was busy eating some of more chili dogs, of course, so that I could become the fastest thing alive, of course, for this throughout. But either way, though, enough about that specific topic, because either way, we are from the likes of the Maxi Toys videos, commentaries, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Let's Play of Mario Kart 8 / Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Nintendo Wii U / Nintendo Switch. So, yesterday, we have managed to able to gone through with the forms of the Star Cup, and we actually did done this in a flawless run-through. So either way, that as a result of this kind of stuff, though, is the fact that we also managed to get ourselves all 3 star rankings in any single class, all except for, well, at the moment right now, all except with, 200cc and 150cc as of now, because, we'll play those on our own time from now on. So either way, yeah, today for this episode is the fact that we're going to be taking on to the forms of the 4th cup today. And now apparently we're going to be going on to the special cup, of course. So, yeah, as you can see right there, not only does every single character manage to able to actually make a comeback from the likes of the previous games, like one thing that we forgot to mention is that both Yoshi and Shy Guy managed to able to got their own color variations. Like, as you can see, I believe both Yoshi and Shy Guy managed to both retain 9 colors each, while Toad doesn't have any color variation because he's a normal Toad, because compared to multicolored Toads, well, they basically act out like a background character, unlike in Mario Party Star Rush and stuff like that. And also that Inkling Girl and Inkling Boy also got their color variations, as you can see, based off from Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2. And also not to mention about the forms of Link that usually contains both the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword variation or the Breath of the Wild rendition of that. So, now I really don't know if Villager gets the actual treatment for this point, but either way, we'll find things out for ourselves on our own time. But I'm pretty sure they managed to able to actually just get it there for the sake of time. So, anyways though, so for today's video, as far as this special cup video is concerned, we're of course going to be selecting Yoshi for today. So either way, because we pretty much show off the all 3 of those different weight classes and all that stuff, so I think we can able to do the other way around by going through medium-sized class today. So, and after that, we're able to go through large class, and then small class, and then vice versa in between reverse or any kind of order. So either way, we'll go for this combination as far as it will go. And here we go, on to the special cup, of course. And the actual tracks decisions they've got. They got ourselves Cloudtop Cruise, Bone Dry Domes, Bowser's Castle, and much like in every single Mario Kart games out there, we actually got ourselves once again Rainbow Road at the very end. So yeah, I guess we're about to get this thing started then. So one thing we totally forgot to mention about this ever since during the forms of the previous part, ever since in yesterday, is that when it comes to special, or in this case, Star Cup, if you will, I don't think there aren't any of those alternative names for the actual tracks themselves. Well, at least when we get into the forms of the actual majority of the special cup, from the forms of specifically the second track on that particular cup, well, you probably will point things out whenever we get to it. So, anyways though, so here we go with the first course in Special Cup in Mario Kart 8, and that appears to be by the forms of Cloudtop Cruise. So, in fact, this particular stage almost reminds me of the actual board in the forms of Mario Party 10 by the forms of Airship Central, because, well, the noticeable difference is the fact that we actually racing in the actual car and stuff like that, or the actual carts I should say, and also no need to collect those mini stars and all that stuff. But usually kind of thinking about it, because of this sequence, as you can see right there, that we need to avoid a lot of those electrical lightning stuff. So either way, there's also a giant shortcut you can able to take by going through this specific jump, and as you can tell, I simply managed to able to fail that specific jump. But that's okay though, because, well, usually kind of thinking about it, we're a little bit more further away from any other opponents out there, so I guess there's no need to able to worry about this kind of stuff for the time being. So, relatively speaking, there's not much else to really think about this for the time. So, yeah, I think fundamentally though, Sylvester, is the fact that when it comes to any other Mario Kart 8 tracks as far as this game would consist of, well, I don't think there's that much in terms of the alternative names or anything like that. Well, few exceptions, mind you, which we'll get into the 3DS returning tracks from Mario Kart 7, but either way, we'll point things out whenever we get to it at the later weekends later. So, anyway though, today's day is the forms of the 20th of October in 2019, so the UK version of My Little Pony the Movie 2017 film has been out for about 2 years. I mean, Jesus Christ, 2 years old already. Yeah, gotta think about it though, Sonic, because of, you know, since we still enjoy Friendship is Magic era, of course, so either way though, we can still manage to watch the actual entire show all over again, rather than just able to actually push forward in the forms of the next generation becomes, unless that there are some, criticism, or in this case, criticize with the forms of the newer design ponies and stuff like that. But if it does go wrong, we probably should able to actually just start with Friendship is Magic, for at least for forever anyway though, because either way, that the entire community was actually super strong back in during the forms of 2011, and then all the way up to the forms of recently for this year, so... But yeah, you probably get the idea for that little, explanations right there, Sonic. So, if you couldn't tell already, with the forms of Cloudtop Cruise, that particular music in the backgrounds, that actually heavily borrows some of the aspects of the forms of, let's just say, both Ghostly Garden Galaxy from the original Super Mario Galaxy, as well as the forms of Super Mario 3D World, Champion Road, and all that stuff, but except the fact that I think this is going to take place on that particular, well, skies alongside with Beanstalks here now, of course. So anyways, let's move on to the forms of Bone Dry Domes, and also known in America, I think it's basically the same name, except it does have this little, dash line between Bone Dry, because either way, not exactly sure how that's going to be pronounced like this, but either way though, we'll accept that as it goes by. So either way though, it's the same name, so there's nothing relatively different throughout. So when it comes to the forms of, like, you know, between the UK version as well as the forms of the American version essentially, so... But yeah, out of all the actual tracks in this game though, at least as far as this game in particular, this is actually probably my least favorite track in the whole game. It's nothing awful or anything, it's just that when they first teased this on the forms of the actual track like this, and back in 2014, I've noticed there was actually a brief cameo appearances of Dry Bowser, which later on he'll become DLC until 2015, and then in 2017 that the Switch version, which actually gives him unlock from the start. So, but hopefully we'll play as Dry Bowser at any point throughout the majority of this Let's Play, so don't worry, we're able to actually just show off some of these characters out briefly and stuff like that. So, not all of them, mind you, because either way though, we mainly have to focusing on a little bit more minimum at a time. So either way though, chances are there's going to be a lot of emphasis like this. So, and I've noticed that Inkling Girl was actually right behind us at the moment, because, well, I can assure to you because of how the fact that it wants to give us a payback after not doing any of those continuation parts of Splatoon 1 Let's Play at all. But I'm guessing it's probably because of how the fact that, well, again, I apologize with the forms of the actual dialogue errors for this point, guys, because, well, the Wii U is still pretty much corrupted back in Junior forms about a year ago. So, but hopefully by that time, though, until 2020, aka the 5th birthday of the original Splatoon game, as far as it will go, that way we can able to actually do a proper Let's Play of Splatoon at some point. So, anyways, let's defend ourselves with the actual shells, and somehow we got slowed down by that little specific sand. And overall, I'm just not a big fan of this track, honestly, because either way, it looks cool all in all, especially noticeable as more accurately some sort of a desert themed level. But the only questionable thing about this is that, well, it's just okay. I mean, nothing specific details I'd like to discuss, but either way, though, let us move on. So, now let's get to the exciting treatment for the actual third track of this cup, and that is the Mario Kart 8 version of Bowser's Castle. Oh my goodness gracious me. But we'll jump right in as soon as we're able to see that little cinematic right here. So even then, holy crap, it looks so gorgeous to look at. especially because we actually play this on the Nintendo Switch, of course. Speaking of Nintendo Switch, actually, one thing we actually, I think maybe, just maybe, Piglet has not even mentioned about this at all from the likes of his recent Let's Play, or his redo Let's Play, rather, of Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz so far, and that was the fact that in Dreamy Forms of like 2 days ago, that the A Hat in a Time game has now finally come out for the Nintendo Switch. Not only because of the forms of the actual, some fans really want to able to play that game on the go, but also because I think the UK version actually gets ourselves the physical version, which I haven't really looked upon too much of unboxing videos of that game just yet though. But hopefully we'll able to actually mention about more details specifically onto that, or maybe if Sonic were able to actually mention about that specific stuff until, God knows, in Kingdom Hearts Final Mix or something like that. Maybe, Sylvester, maybe, but it's just that, well, we're currently busy on focusing on most other Let's Plays here and now too. Like, for instance, like, you know, Mario will definitely need to get back into Super Mario Odyssey until, let's just say, on Tuesday, and then on Thursday from now on. And then, as far as later on, well, obviously Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz, because of the HD remastered version, will be on its way for, you know, Xbox One, PS4, as well as Nintendo Switch. And I believe Steam version might come out during later time down the road. Oh, no you don't, because Super Horn comes in. Alright. See, this is why I really seriously enjoyed the actual Super Horn itself, even though it does make a return that in Dreamy Forms of Mario Kart Tour as well, so not much else or anything else to say things specific for that matter, but hey, at least that usually counts. So, another thing we want to point things out is that tomorrow, after this video is about to release, that Toy Story 4 came out on the DVD and Blu-ray, at least for the UK version, might actually come out tomorrow, which really looking forward to that though, especially if we can definitely cannot wait to able to actually get our hands on that particular film again. And well, we've already seen Toy Story 1, 2, and 3 all the time, you see, so I don't feel we can able to do this process again, because we already know about those films, basically, so I guess it's now finally time to able to rewatch the 4th one again. But this time around though, well, at this point in time, we're probably not going to get that much in terms of the forms of bonus features that way, because in the forms of Blu-ray versions, they managed to able to get, you know, very decent, or in this case, very good rather, when it comes to like bonus features on that particular Blu-ray disc or something like that. But sadly, at this point in time, for most of the Disney films came out on the actual DVDs themselves, well, sadly, they're pretty much lacking when it comes to likely for, you know, just lack of bonus features and all that stuff, which is kind of sad, because I remember back in the day, when we managed able to get ourselves both Hercules and Tarzan on DVD, those films do have the actual bonus features, which I do like. But sadly though, during the future years and onwards, well, they just simply stopped doing these kinds of stuff like this. Yeah, no, it's pretty sad though. Anyways, now let's move on to the forms of Rainbow Road, in this case Mario Kart 8 version of Rainbow Road. And I will say, the music is the best thing about the actual, this particular course for me. But aside from anything else though, even though this is down to our opinion for that particular stuff, well, at least the actual core part about this is the fact that, well, once again, it's going to take place in the forms of the actual space itself. And rather than traversing through the forms of those different planets, unlike the forms of how it does in Mario Kart 7, instead, we're actually going to be able to, let's just say, get into the forms of electrical, kind of neon lights version of Rainbow Road. I don't know what it is that makes that tiny little bit of a decision to make with this particular version right here. But, I will say though, this is actually probably my second least favorite Rainbow Road in any of the Mario Kart games. The worst one will have to be by the forms of Super Circuit version. Well, aside from the only good part about the Super Circuit's Rainbow Road is the actual core Paper Mario reference, because, you know, Super Circuit made by the same developer as the forms of the original Paper Mario game for the N64 and all that stuff, which, you know, because of, you know, the intelligence systems as far as developers goes. So, I think that's about it when it comes to that though, honestly. It's just that you go through a serious amount of, like, you know, curves and all that stuff, and I think that's as far as this track usually contains and all that stuff, so, but either way though, don't! Oh jeez, we're not doing so good at this point right now. Even though I remember back in June in 2015, we actually did this pretty flawlessly, but now we actually done like pretty suck at this though, because well, I know for the fact that it's been quite a few days since we're actually coming back into this Let's Play at the time, but don't worry though folks, when we get to the next weekend... DK! You fool! You're supposed to be... well, mind your manners and all that stuff. Oh, jeez. Anyway, so hopefully we would catch up, but it's just that those items really just trying to able to actually rank our, rank ourselves alive. So, I guess this might be potentially be the possibilities of we're not going to get the first place position in this track, unfortunately, because look how well look how well Inkling Girl is doing right now. I mean, usually kind of think about it because she actually desperately... oh, did he really... oh, I forgot about the red shell mouse that took on the nice little shortcut right there. I did not even notice that. Anyway, I hate the actual green shells. I hate the green shells in this game specifically because they just managed to able to actually directly home in on you. That was really rough. Yeah, that was a pretty rough run on that particular track. If only because of how the fact that we just got wrecked by, let's just say, dropping through bottomless pits. Now, that's not to say that particular track is hard or anything like that. It's just that, well, we wasn't paying that much attention to that particular stuff. So, I guess we'll have to take it ourselves, I suppose, Sonic. But regardless, the award ceremony when it comes to the special cup in this game, so either way, looks like the highlight is usually going to take place in Bone Dry Domes, which I was going to expect it able to be thinking of Rainbow Road, but sadly we didn't get ourselves a flawless run through on Rainbow Road on that version, sadly, because, well, as you can tell, we're in 5th place. So, either way, we come first in all 3, or in this case, we actually claim first place in those 3 tracks, all except, of course, Rainbow Road, because we just keep on getting wrecked by a serious amount of computer players. But regardless of such, though, we still got ourselves our glorious crown, or the actual special cup trophy, as you can tell right there. And that's as far as we can able to think about this for the time. So either way, though, yeah, pretty cool stuff. So, and then once we skip this little sequence right there, it actually takes us to the staff credit sequence, which we're probably not going to show this off, because we're not exactly done with this Let's Play as it goes by. So either way, yeah, I guess we'll pretty much get things off here. So either way, join us next weekend of more of Let's Play of Mario Kart 8 / Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Is that we're going to be starting things off with the Retro Cups. So either way, we're going to kick things off with, of course, the Shell Cup is up first. And after that, it'll be the Banana Cup on that particular exact same weekend and all that stuff. So hopefully, we'll able to actually become ourselves better at the game and all that stuff. But either way, see you guys next time. Later, fellas. Yeah, see you guys then.